In this video, I'm going to tell you the story of an elderly couple who met on a dating site. Now I know what some of you may be thinking. Dating? In your 60s? In your 70s? Surely that time of life has passed. But the truth is, many people live a very lonely life as they get older. Life changes. We lose partners. Friends move away. We retire from work. Children grow up and live their own lives. And suddenly, the house is quiet. Very quiet. Loneliness is not a nice feeling. In fact, I believe loneliness is one of the hardest things about getting older. Not money, not wrinkles, not even health problems sometimes. Just having no one to talk to at the end of the day. But this story shows that it's never too late to meet someone. It's never too late to have a coffee with someone new, and it's never too late to feel that little bit of excitement again. So let me tell you about John and Margaret. Let me tell you about someone I met recently. His name is John. He's 67. Now, John hadn't dated well, he couldn't even remember when. He lost his wife some years ago, focused on work, focused on family, and life just moved on. And then one day, sitting at home, he realized something. The house was very quiet. Too quiet. His daughter had said to him many times, "Dad, you should get out more, meet new friends, maybe even try dating." He laughed it off at first. Dating? At his age? But the more he thought about it, the more he thought, maybe that wasn't such a bad idea. Although he wasn't so sure the ladies would still find him attractive, but still, he decided to give it a go. Now the first challenge? Technology. He got out his daughter's old college laptop. His computer skills were, let's say, limited. But after a lot of clicking, a bit of confusion, and a few wrong buttons, he found a dating site for people over 60. That gave his ego a little boost. He had to create a profile, upload a photo, and figure out what on earth an emoji was. Anyway, eventually, he came across a lady who interested him. She was fairly local, and her profile picture looked kind and friendly. So he sent a message. When she replied, he was actually quite excited. Her name was Margaret. She was 64. They messaged back and forth for a few days, both a little cautious, both a little curious. And finally, they agreed to meet, a small cafe, mid-morning, safe, simple, sensible. Now here's the thing. At 25, a date is about impressing someone. At 60, it's more like a quiet interview. But John, being a bit old-fashioned, stopped on the way and bought a small bunch of flowers for her. So John arrives early. Of course he does. He'd been awake since 5 a.m. thinking about it. He orders a coffee, checks his watch 3 times, and then Margaret walks in, and something interesting happens. No nerves, no pressure. She smiles when he gives her the flowers, and that makes him smile too. Good start. Just 2 people, sitting down, talking about life, family, aches and pains, and laughing far more than either of them expected. Her questions were different to the dates he remembered when he was younger. Important questions now. Do you like dogs? Do you snore? Are you still working or happily retired? And by the end of it, no grand romance, no dramatic moment, just John saying, "That was actually really nice." And Margaret saying, "Yes, it was." And maybe that's what dating over 60 really is. Not chasing excitement, not trying to be someone you're not, but simply finding someone who makes an ordinary day feel a little less lonely. And sometimes, that's more than enough. If you'd like to hear how the second date went, comment below and subscribe. And I'll tell you what happened. Thank you for watching.